So in this lesson, we're going to be looking at some definitions of some words and concepts that will be useful when doing the Sounds Good to Me program. Like any new knowledge, some of these definitions may take a bit of time for you to get to know them, so you can watch the video again. There's also a handout that you can use to help with this learning, so please take a bit of time to go through the definitions and get to understand their meaning. The first word I want to talk about is this word phoneme. So what does that mean? A phoneme is the smallest unit in spoken language that's used to convey meaning. And I'll give you an example that helps you to understand what that means. Not all spoken sounds convey meaning, but a phoneme conveys some meaning. So if we want to change the meaning of the word kiss to the word kill, we do it by changing the last phoneme or sound. So by changing the s in kiss to an ul, we get the word kill, which has a totally different meaning, of course. So for our purposes, a phoneme is a sound that has meaning. A few words in English have only one phoneme or sound. So has only one sound, or has only one sound. It's got two letters, but only one sound. And I. Most words consist of a blend of phonemes or sounds. Sky has three sounds. S, k, I. Chop has three sounds. It's got four letters, but three sounds. Ch, o, p. Mist has four sounds. M, I, s, t. It also has four letters. And fox has four sounds. F, o, k, s. So you can see there that chop has three sounds and four letters, and fox has four sounds and three letters. So it can be quite tricky. In Sounds Good to Me, we're going to be talking about sounds and not letters for most of the program. Right towards the end, we'll be starting to introduce letters with sounds for the children. In Sounds Good to Me, we refer to phonemes as sounds. Okay, so Australian English has 44 sounds. It has 26 letters, but 44 sounds. And sounds combine to form syllables and words. A vowel sound is a speech sound created by the relatively free passage of breath through the throat and the mouth. We don't use our tongue and lips and teeth and throat to alter that sound very much. Here are some vowel sounds that you know of: a, e, I, o, a, and their letter names are also vowel sounds: a, e, I, o, u. Relatively open throat, and we're not using our tongue, lips and teeth very much to alter that airflow. Sounds that are not vowels are called consonants. Okay, so a consonant is a sound that's made by partially stopping the flow of air with the lips, tongue, teeth, and throat. I'm going to be talking more about sounds and how we make them in the teaching issues lesson. But for now, we've got the basic definition of what is a vowel and what is a consonant sound. The next definition I'd like to touch on in this lesson is graphemes. So graphemes are units of written language that represent phonemes. So graphemes are letters that represent sounds. Graphemes may consist of one letter, and here are some examples. P, t, k, a, n are all represented each by one letter. Or a grapheme can consist of multiple letters representing one sound. So here are some examples of that. CH says ch most of the time. SH says sh. TH can say or f. CK says k. EA says E, and EIGH can say A. Vowel sounds are particularly tricky and inconsistent in English, and we'll be talking about those again later on in the program. I'm going to talk now about onset and rhyme. And no, it's not a spelling mistake, it's a linguistic term. So what is it? So separate phonemes or sounds in a syllable can be broken into two parts, the onset and the rhyme. Let's take a closer look. The onset refers to the first sound unit in a word. For example, k in cat is the onset. Or the onset can be 2 or 3 sounds. So in the word street, stir, eat, the onset is 3 sounds. St, In play, pull, a, the onset is 2 sounds. P, l. The rhyme follows the onset. It's the part of the word that rhymes. So rhyme is usually a vowel and the final consonants. In these examples, in cat, the rhyme is at, and in tent, the rhyme is ent. And in your handout, you can practice figuring out the onset and rhyme in the words there. In cat, the onset is k, and the rhyme is at. In shop, the onset is sh, and the rhyme is op. Word families can be made up using common onsets, such as t in top, town, tar, and tap. Or common rhymes, such as at in cat, pat, sat, and rat. So onset and rhyme is another way of breaking down a chunk of a word into smaller parts. And these are the sorts of skills we're going to be teaching the children in Sounds Good to Me. Okay, so in that lesson, I gave you a few different definitions. We learned what is a phoneme. We looked at some different sounds. So what is a vowel sound? What is a consonant sound? And we learned about graphemes. So graphemes are the letters that represent the sounds. And then just now we've looked at onset and rhyme. And I'll be talking about those concepts again later on, particularly in the teaching issues and some of the later modules. So work through the handout and you can refer back to it as you need to. This reference here has got a great glossary on the national literacy and numeracy progressions. So if you're interested in this, there's a world of information out there, and the glossary section here is particularly useful for definitions.